everybody, good morning. Every week, I'm here with a special message for the kids of OTCC. But I have heard that sometimes adults, grown-ups, enjoy these messages too. And so grown-ups, I want you to know today that this lesson, maybe more than other lessons, is also for you. And so kids, I hope you're going to listen, and grown-ups, I hope you're going to listen, because I am going to tell you about a special day coming up this week for church, okay? And this day is called Ash Wednesday. Have you heard of Ash Wednesday? Ash Wednesday is the beginning of a season called Lent. What is Lent? Now, I brought this special calendar with me today. This is what we use in our kids' classrooms. So maybe, kids, you're familiar with this calendar. You've seen it before. This is our church calendar, okay? And each of these little green pieces, they represent one Sunday. And when you put, well, in all the colors, each little piece represents one Sunday. And when you put them all together, we have a whole year. And you might notice, hey, they're not all the same. That's because there are different special seasons in our church year, okay? And so we have a lot of green, and those are our green growing Sundays. That's like a normal Sunday. Now, normal doesn't mean boring. Normal means good, regular Sunday where we get together and we learn about God and we worship God and we spend time together, even right now, on a computer or on your TV, okay? And then we have some other colors, and I'm not going to talk about all of those colors, but I am today going to talk about the purple ones. We have these two seasons where we have purple Sundays, and they are seasons of waiting and preparation. We're getting ready for something big that's coming. And so one of them we just had a couple of months ago, and that was Advent. Okay, Advent was those 4 Sundays getting ready for Christmas, for the birth of Jesus. And then over here, this is where we've been. My arrows keep sliding down. But we've been on these green growing Sundays, and we are about to get to this next patch of purple. And this is another season of waiting, another season of getting our hearts ready. This time, we're getting ready for Easter. And the season of getting ready for Easter is called Lent. And Lent begins with Ash Wednesday. And so, on Ash Wednesday, many churches and many Christians around the whole world, not all, but many, celebrate Ash Wednesday as a day to begin to prepare their hearts and their minds and their spirits to remember those last 40 days of Jesus' life before he dies on the cross and rises again on Easter. And so, lots of churches have special Ash Wednesday services where they remember these things, where they remember these last 40 days of Jesus' life. And you might have seen before, sometimes people have a special cross on their forehead on Ash Wednesday. And we do some services like this at our church usually, and we often open up our sanctuary and people can come by during the day when they have a break from work or from school, and they can get the sign of the cross on their forehead with ashes. It's called the imposition of ashes. But where do these ashes come from? Well, to answer that, we have to rewind like almost a whole year to Palm Sunday. Do you remember Palm Sunday? That's that day. It's the Sunday before Easter when Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. And people were so excited that Jesus was coming, and they took off their coats to make a path for him, and they waved palm branches in the air and shouted Hosanna, and it was like a parade. It was so exciting. And so almost a year later, we get to Ash Wednesday, and we burn those palm branches from last Palm Sunday, and we use the ashes from the palms to make the cross on the foreheads, okay? But this year, we're not having an in-person Ash Wednesday service. We are having special services from home, okay? And we want to invite you, kids, grown-ups, everybody, to participate in our special Ash Wednesday services from home. And I'm going to show you a few ways that if you would like to do the imposition of ashes on your forehead, that you can do it from home. Because here's the thing, it's mostly symbolic. And symbolic means it's not the real thing, it's the symbol. It represents something else. And so when we put those ashes on our forehead, we remember the death of Jesus on the cross. We remember what Jesus did for us. And so it's okay if you don't have palm branches at home and you don't know how to burn them up into ashes. I'm going to show you some other options today. And these are things that you might just have around your house, okay? So if you would like to put an imposition of ashes or an imposition of something on your forehead to remember Ash Wednesday. And you don't have to, because we can still remember the life and the death of Jesus without doing a cross on our foreheads. But if you would like to participate, here are some ways you can do it, okay? So I have some things that a lot of us have around the house that you can use. And the first is a candle. Now, if you look at the top of your candle, there sometimes is a little bit of ash right on the top. And so you might be able to see it on my fingers. And you can take some of that. Sometimes, if you don't have any, you can just burn it for a couple minutes. And then you can make a cross. Or, here are some other options. If you burn the edge of a wine cork, this makes ash too. This one's really good. You can see how dark my finger is. And you can make a cross with that. And all you do is light a match and you burn the edge and then you blow it out. And then you have some ash. Maybe you're thinking, fire. Do I want to do fire? I don't know. Well, here's another one that a lot of us might have at home. If you have some black makeup at your house. Now, I had to dig deep in my pre-COVID things I wore to leave the house. But if you have dark eyeshadow or eyeliner at home, guess what? That can make a cross too. And now this one might sound kind of gross. I don't know. Maybe you think all of these sound gross. So when we do Ash Wednesday, something that we say is ashes to ashes, dust to dust. From dust you came and from dust you will return. And so another word for dust is soil. I saw someone call this local dust, okay? It's your local soil right in your yard, right outside your house, or maybe in a potted plant that you already have. And so if you get that soil nice and wet and you take some in your fingers, guess what? You can make a cross with that too. And now, like I said before, your cross doesn't have to be ashes. You don't have to make a cross at all, but if you'd like to do a slightly less messy cross, I have some olive oil here, and you can use a cross made of oil. Obviously my fingers are really dirty, so that's a really dirty olive oil cross. Or just water. This one is just water from my tap. And you can make a cross with that too. Now, like I said, all of these are symbolic, okay? It's not the real thing, and it's okay if you don't choose to make a cross on your forehead with any of these things. But if you would like to participate in an imposition of ashes from home, and there will be a part in the service, the 2 services that we're having on Ash Wednesday, where you will have the option to do this, here are some ways that you can do it with just things around your house. Okay, that's it from me. We look forward to seeing you on Ash Wednesday and remembering this special day together. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.